It's compelling, it's cutthroat, it's chaotic, it's clever, it's controversy and chaos, baby.
It's been a week of cringy shit going on. Because first it started with her and that damn daddy. Am I still your baby? Like, bitch, what? Why would you do that? Why would you fucking clear your throat right then? You didn't know, like, but she didn't know she could do that before she started talking. She started and it was like, what?
Yeah, that definitely threw you off. It wasn't what she said or how she was saying, because I'm like, okay, if your nigga likes that, then who gives a damn? Like, whatever.
It was her throat for me.
The smoker's cough that threw me off. I'm like, Mariah.
Yeah. Something so little sounds so crazy.
And it wasn't like a dry one. That shit was wet. Like, ooh, like, girl, you got mucus. It's just been too much going on. That whole Ice Spice thing, apparently she was dissing Lotto. I didn't hear it, and I don't know what her problem is with Alyssa, but she might want to stop it. But just like, Isis, what are you doing? I'm about to just start calling everybody by their real name. All right, Michelle, let's play your little game today. I don't know, because the last one, I feel like I should have got that, but I didn't. So
y'all gonna get this one. But I think that in the spirit of love, I'm gonna use this. We haven't talked since college. You waited 2 weeks before my wedding to tell me something like that. You haven't changed. You still think the sun rises and sets on your ass.
Oh, brown sugar.
It doesn't.
No, that's best man. Best man. Best man. It's best man.
It's Love and Basketball.
Yeah, Tori got it. Best man is crazy. And it's crazy because I was going to use a quote from The Wood.
I knew it was Tay Diggs. I thought it was Tay Diggs.
That is not.
No, that's Omar Epps. That's Omar Epps.
I'm saying same actress in both movies.
Yes.
So nah.
Different.
But you lose.
Well, Tay Diggs not fine. Actually,
Tay Diggs is fine. What you talking about?
Omar Epps, young Omar Epps, not the one now.
Yeah, I would say. Okay, this is where you lose points because he was fine then, but right now, Detective Howard ain't fine. So Tay Diggs is fine. He's just goofy. There's a difference. If he shut his mouth, he's still fine. When he opened that motherfucker,
Billy Baker is not fine. Stop.
Y'all are haters.
I have some true concerns.
No, ma'am.
What? Tay Diggs is still fine. And the fact
that you call him Billy Baker, you're sick.
He was never fine.
He played his role well, though, as Billy
Y'all
Baker.
Are crazy. Okay, so I can't even go down this road with you because our taste in men are so different. Like
everybody in the wood is fine. Tay Diggs is not somebody who is
he just might be the last on the list.
He's the
not
wood.
Good.
Tay Diggs is not in the wood. He was in Brothers.
Tay Diggs is not ugly. But I would never be like, damn, that's a fine man right there. I would not like, damn, he fine.
Do y'all see his skin? Stella got her roots back.
You know who is fine? Joey Badass. If you want to put somebody in the category of skinny brown men, Joey Badass. Tay Diggs is like,
Joey Badass. He's
licking.
I don't know. Joey Badass, like, he looks good, but there's nothing that's like, I don't know. He doesn't give me fine.
But you
think
in the
realm of 90s fine men, Tay Diggs is not high up on that list.
No,
he's too high up on the list. I didn't say he was high up on the list. I just said he's on the list.
He might be the last on the list.
Y'all being generous putting him on the list.
No, y'all are crazy. Okay, so who is the ultimate 90s fine? Who's the ultimate 90s fine?
Omar Epps had it. He really did have it. Omar Epps had it.
My mom used to have a crush on Omar Epps. Damn, she gonna be mad if I said that.
I did too. Who cares? He's fine. But I feel like, okay,
and
Mekhi
Pfeiffer.
Okay, we can agree there.
Right there. That's a fine man right there.
Right there. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Shannon Sharp. Seeing his pictures from when he was on the yard. Fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, Sharpies.
Fine. Definitely Sharpie. We already know that.
Yes, the old Sharpie.
Who else was fine in the 90s? Morris Chestnut, of course.
Yes.
But that's like, obviously. You know who was not fine? And I wish the aunties would shut the hell up. Denzel is not fine.
He had a little... Not
Training Day of Denzel. Yeah. He was good looking.
Not 90s fine,
but I think
his persona, his energy was like BDE. Yeah. But if you just look at him and he didn't open his mouth, I would not be like, oh damn, he's fine as fuck. No.
Let me see.
I wouldn't put him on the list. But I also feel like Denzel is one of those people you only know him based on the character that he's playing.
Exactly.
It's not like his just like, oh, this just how this man regularly look. So yeah, Training Day Denzel is way different from Malcolm X.
I feel like I gotta look up.
Now Malcolm X Denzel, that man was fine.
Y'all think Bobby Brown was fine?
No.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
No.
You took a little too far with that one. I mean, he wasn't.
I was just making sure.
No.
Will Smith looked good, but I'm not really into light skins no more.
We need to do a poll.
Oh, am I colorist?
Okay. No, you know the men. The men who have a preference say it's my preference.
It's my preference.
I don't have a preference. I don't even have a type.
Yes, you. Oh, don't get over here and lie. Do not get on this good podcast and start lying.
I don't have a type. Think of people that I've dated. I've dated them skinny, fat, tall.
Fat.
Not that tall.
Who you dated that was fat?
Not fat, but like they
thick,
not
with
they
2
not
C's.
Thick. Yeah.
Thick.
They've been light, they've been brown, they've been slim, they've been round.
Girl, that was not fat. That was just the alcohol belly. That was an alcoholic.
You like that was Gucci thick men.
I'll be sure you're right. Because I'll be sure was fine. I get it.
That man was fine. That unibrow was nice. I like that.
Yeah.
But yes, we are gonna do a poll. We need to at least top 5 90s men. And we're gonna take a poll on the Instagram. And
I'm looking at all of these 90s men. Keith Sweat, gorgeous, but he wasn't.
Keith
really
Sweat
90s.
was, yeah, he was 90s. He was like 80s, 90s. Yeah, he was 90s. Yeah, Shamar Moore was fine
attraction
too.
To like El DeBarge, Prince.
No,
El DeBarge.
Okay,
Bobby
wait. Do you guys want to know?
Is a
do you guys want to know my ultimate like crush? Like, this is gonna be so weird, but LL Cool J, that man do it for me every time. I'm sorry.
He is fine.
Ninja Turtle. Ninja Turtle. Boy, I tell you. I'm telling you. It's the lips. It's the round head. It's just like the jaw structure. I like a nice structured face. Like,
yeah.
I don't care if he's light skinned or not. Like, he's been like fine his whole life. Like
Will Smith. I'm really looking at this list. I gotta make sure we're not tripping. Will Smith.
No, Will Smith has just been ruined for me. Like, I just can't see past the present day.
Why?
I never looked at Will and thought he was fine. He's attractive. Like Bad Boys Will is fine. Yes. Fresh Prince Will's like that goofy ass nigga.
Yeah, like Mike Lowry.
But Mike Lowry is fine. Yeah. Just like what's his name? Ghost is fine. Omari Hardwick is a dud.
Yeah, until you realize that he white women, man. If you're white and you're listening, I have nothing against you. But I just, hold on, I gotta walk my cat.
Oh my god. Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't introduce the episode. My bad, y'all.
Well, welcome.
Welcome to episode
back.
6. Welcome to episode 6. We in this bitch. And yeah, make sure y'all respond to our poll about these 90s fine men, because I need Tay Diggs is not on the fucking list, and I just need to get a consensus from the general public.
That is so mean.
That's crazy. Like, what?
Sierra, you was trying to be the generous queen, because that man is not fine. There's nothing
I'm just trying to think. I'm like,
maybe you think we're gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. You think about somebody else.
Oh, wait. I have one person that I feel like if y'all don't think this nigga is fine, I don't even know what your eyes see. Tyson motherfucking Beckford.
Yes.
Okay, we're all good. We're good.
Great. That's a fine black man right there.
That's a fine black man right there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so we all agree finally on one.
When I think of fine men, I think of the city of New York, because I think part of the reason why I really, really love watching Raising Kanan is because I think about like the personas, and it brings me to my knees. That
it's just
accent,
BDE. That's all. In the aggression.
I think that's it. I like
Michelle. Definitely would have been a drug dealer's girlfriend in the
Oh
90s.
yeah, for sure.
Show.
For sure. For sure.
No, not his girlfriend. I would have been his eye candy because I like the allure. Like I like the. So I would be the girl that he don't want to block, and he like, oh, Michelle will never be trying to get at me, and I'd be like, and then one day I walk up to him and I'm like, hey, Unique. He like, oh, you finally want to.
Not the cosplaying.
And I'm gonna be like,
Bitch,
I always say hi
save
to
this
you.
for your private time. Over here fantasizing and shit.
Yeah. All right. We done took it a little too far.
Like,
I'm gonna get you a Zane Lowe book. That's what it's giving. Michelle, I don't feel like you need. I think Michelle.
Here we
go.
What
am I saying? A New York nigga, I feel like will bring out the worst in you.
Or like a Jersey. I love me.
That would bring out the worst in you. That would bring out the North in you. I think you need a nice Southern charming man.
Sure. Maybe his family could be from North Carolina like everybody else. But it was this video. It was this video that popped up on my feed, and the guy was like, niggas from North be like, look at you with your dirty ass, and it's a term of endearment, and I was like, I love that. I really have a problem.
No, see, that's how I know you're crazy, because for me, back in the day when like the niggas that used to like you, like, hey, ugly, I'm like, who the fuck you calling ugly? Like, no, I don't like that.
Oh,
like,
no, don't call me ugly.
Don't. You know how boys used to be back in the day, like, oh, hey, ugly, like, blah, blah, blah. When it's like, nigga.
No, don't call me ugly.
Not too much.
Don't be lying. I mean, dirty.
But that's what they do.
It's a term of endearment.
I would rather be called ugly than dirty. I'm sorry. Because ugly, you can fix. Dirty, you cannot.
You cannot.
People from North, they be like, oh shit, your dirty ass. Like, oh, that's you? Like, I see you.
But yeah.
And on that note.
So, for today's Bev Check, right? So, I've been tasked with coming up with a signature beverage for us. And I have been having a hard time narrowing it down to just one. So, what I think I'm going to do, what I am going to do is I'm going to create at least top three, and then we'll let the listeners vote. And you guys can vote as well. So today, drink one. I'm going to have like full videos for you guys so you can see the whole zhuzh on our Instagram page. So if you are not following us on Instagram, baby, get on over there. Okay? Okay. Anyhow, look at today's drink. Isn't she so cute?
Oh, she's cute.
Cute.
She's cute, right?
Looks very delightful.
So today we have a lychee rose gin spritz. Lots of gin on top. Okay? So, and I thought it was cute. I had to show off a little bit. I can make a floating drink. Get the layers.
Love that.
But yeah, so I'll put the recipe and the full how to make this thing on our Instagram page. So, yeah. And then
I'll be voting for them.
We'll have two other ones. You don't know the other ones yet.
But
there'll be other ones. There'll be other ones for you guys. Yes, this.
No, do the other ones have gin?
I don't know.
Oh,
we're gonna find out. Well, because I feel like all the girls, they're just starting with French 75, so we're trying to ease people into the gin. So I want to have like something for everybody. Sierra love a little vodka. Maybe I'll have a vodka drink. Maybe we'll do a little tequila.
I like
something. I do. Like I said, I drink everything except rum, pretty much. But I be feeling like people be very intimidated by different alcohols. Like once people got released, and hopefully they are released from the shackles of Hennessy, we just never like revisited that. Hey, Hennessy and bourbon are two different things. And you should.
I hate Hennessy
all Saturday. I had Hennessy and pineapple, and the bar I went to was really good. Like they mixed a hell of a drink. But I had this Hennessy and pineapple, and me and my girlfriend was like, this is too sweet. They only put a little bit of juice, but it was so like concentrated, I guess. Is that the word for it? Like it was just way too overpowering, the pineapple. But cognac has so much sugar in it that you mixing more sugar, that shit sat on the bottom of my stomach. I had to get White Castle the next day, and y'all know I ain't been eating bread this month.
Michelle, I love White Castle. Your stomach, the toilet. Are you okay?
But it didn't make me use the bathroom.
With the Henny? That's because it was battling the Henny, baby.
I needed something to soak that up.
What's your White Castle order? Because I like White Castle too, but very in moderation. What's your White Castle order?
Y'all can call me the big bag bitch, but I had I get the 4 burgers and the French fries. And you know the burgers is like,
Yeah,
I
they're
get
like
4 burgers and
grissom.
French fries. And they was out. They got a sloppy Joe situation going on, and I wanted to get the one with jalapenos just because I like jalapenos, but they were sold out. Thank God, because I would have been at Exit 5's.
Yeah,
They
toe up.
they stopped.
That poor rest stop.
I carry Poopery, so it would be nice.
Honestly, that's not too bad. I'm more of like 2 cheeseburgers, chicken rings, and a fry. That's me.
If I do have to eat White Castle, I'm not eating that little burger. I'll eat the chicken rings. And that's the last time I had White Castle, I was in Nashville. And Colin is like a White Castle fiend. So there was a White Castle and he had to stop. And it's like probably like 2 in the morning.
Honestly, like
White Castle in the wee hours. Because I was drunk.
But my stomach was hurting the next day. Like, don't give me that shit. And people talk about me for eating McDonald's.
Listen, not too much on McDonald's because I'm always gonna eat McDonald's.
Sierra accused me of not eating it. I didn't say I don't eat it. I'm not like, it's not my first preference. I take my daughter to get a Happy Meal, and she don't eat McDonald's. She'll eat the fries, but she don't eat nothing else. I will go get a fry and a soda. And this week I did get a steak, egg, and cheese bagel because we talked about it on the last podcast, and I was feeling nostalgic.
I'm gonna tear McDonald's down every time. Okay.
On a high
but anyway,
before we move on,
let me tell you, this drink is like really good.
Is it? We hear you with your ASMR. Yeah.
Hold on. It's really good. Anyway, moving on.
Wait, before we get on to the topic, no, please, because Michelle, she is such like a 90s Nork lady. Like, you're the only person that says, "Oh yeah, I was with my girlfriends." Like, what the fuck? We're a millennial. Yes. We don't call our friends girlfriends. Like, what are you talking about?
My good girlfriend. And I tell her that all the time. I'm like, Michelle, I know their names. Like, you talk about them enough, I know their names. She's like, I was with my girlfriend. Meet my good girlfriend. I'm
like, who are you?
You don't have a name?
I don't know why. I think
once her name Sarah. What is her name?
I think it's a late 20s. It's one of my good girlfriends era.
No, that's just you're giving just like 45.
You were saying that at 19. My good girlfriends.
Yeah. I wasn't.
Yes, you was. You've been saying that since I've known you. Yeah.
Maybe it helps me differentiate. No, I can't even say that. I would say from like my friend.
Everybody that.
My good girlfriend. Yeah, like my girlfriend. My mom's fault. She'd be like, "Yeah, I'm going to my girlfriend's house."
Exactly. See.
That's my mother.
Very Newark.
Points
very Newark.
Proven.
But yeah.
No, in Newark they be like, "I'm going to my bitch house."
Maybe the young girls.
Yeah, definitely the youngins.
Child, I'm gonna just call y'all by your name. How about that? Anyhow, well, I feel like we said a lot, but nothing at all. Anyway,
yeah.
What y'all been up to? I feel like I haven't really talked to y'all. I've been talking to Sierra more recently, but we can get into that a little bit later. But I don't be talking to you like that, Michelle. So what you be doing?
I be at work. I went out this weekend time. I feel like in a while.
You look guilty.
What? No, I don't be doing it. Not during the week.
Oh.
Not during the week.
But the 2 other days.
I do want to find something to like break up the monotony because I'm just like, I wake up, I get myself together because I'm trying to start like looking like something even though I'm sitting behind my desk. I drop my daughter off. I come back. I make breakfast. I work. Meetings. Work. I don't understand why people want to be in meetings all day. When do I get work done if I'm in a meeting?
Literally hate it.
It doesn't.
Then I get off. Sometimes I have to cook dinner. Like today, we're going to the library after school. And then bath time is like right there. It's like, when do I get to do anything? So soon I'll have something else to say about my weeks. But as of right now, I save my nonsense for the weekends.
Understood.
From here.
That's pretty good. Pretty decent.
Understood. Yeah.
Oh, I finally took my home buyers education class or workshop, whatever you call it. I took it on Saturday. So that's out the way.
Nice.
So that was, I guess that was my first. Woohoo!
Hey, that's a big thing. That's a big thing. At least like it's one
that's pretty big.
closer to the final product. So check,
Yeah.
that's out the way. Now move on to the next step. So don't discount the little things. Like that matters.
I'm working on it.
Period.
Sierra.
Sierra.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like my weeks, like my day-to-day is pretty much the same all the time, but not, because working in HR, like you just never know. Like some days might be like radio silent, and then other days is like, please stop talking to me. I don't want another email. Don't ask me to do anything. Nothing. So I don't really know. Work is work for me, you know. Business is actually doing great. It's been booming. So I'm happy about that. I also want to get into like helping out local small businesses, not just small businesses online, but local small businesses. So I've tasked myself with actually putting my feet to the pavement and going into these establishments and kind of pitching. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. Mommyhood, you know, we're working on potty training. Yes, she's a little young, but she has to get out these diapers immediately. The other day,
it's the right age to potty train. Like a year and a half.
The only problem is that like to actually sit on the potty, she just doesn't want to do it. But once she's there, she'll produce. Like she'll sit, she'll be fine. But when it's like, okay, let's go sit on the potty, she gives a whole fit, and it's like, girl, just sit down. Like you're not doing anything. Just sit there. But the other day we had like a perfect potty day. I've been keeping her on the same schedule as daycare. So like every 2 to 3 hours or 2.5 hours. And literally every time she sat down, she produced something. And I even got, a number 2 twice. So thank God.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Go birthday twin.
Yeah. So that's been that. I think I've just been so like trying to get out of my head about things and like be more vocal about the things that are in my head. So that's been helpful across the board. So yeah, that's my little update. Not too much, but yeah.
What Nike say?
Just do it.
Exactly.
What about you, ASMR?
I'm trying to be quiet with this glass, but the ice is just clinking around. I'm really trying. But every time I pick it up, it just like jingles around. But things have been really good. Like we celebrated Colin's birthday, so that's over. That was good. We had a great time. Went to this really good restaurant. I love to eat. So it was really good. Like it was not crowded, and I've actually never heard of this place before. And we went, and it was phenomenal. Like I would go back.
Nice.
10 out of 10. And then in other news, which I think I already told y'all, I got a new job.
Okay. Raise the roof.
But outside of just getting a new job, I think I said it the last time. I felt like the last 2023, like year and a half, like end of 22, going into all of 23. Like I just felt like shit was not working for me. Like I always keep my options open as far as like careers, like interviewing and stuff like that. Like if it seems like a good opportunity, shit, why not? I ain't loyal to nobody. May the hottest bidder win. Like going on interviews, and it just like nothing was happening. It'd be like, oh well, they like your resume, blah blah blah. The interview would go fine. I don't really change up how our interview is the same, and nothing was working. But now I think that I just kind of let myself just get out of my own way, in a sense, like just get out of my own way and just be like, okay, whatever happens. Things that are supposed to happen, they just will, without me having to try too hard. So with this position, it was like the recruiter gave me the information. It's similar to exactly what I do right now, but it's 2 levels up from where I am right now in my current job.
Okay. Level up.
Yeah, so like 2 levels up. And I think I've said it before, like I've been in my career for 10 years. And I feel like over the course of the last 10 years, I have always been trying to basically prove what I'm worth. And it's like I'm an accountant. I don't have a CPA because I don't want to have a CPA. I do not work at a CPA firm. I have no interest in doing so. Why do I need to have this? I work for private companies. There's no need for me to have it. So I just felt like, I always have to deal with oh, do you want to get your CPA? Well, why don't you have your CPA? It's like, because I don't fucking want to. Period. In the story, I don't need it. So why am I doing something that I can do the work? I have been doing the work for the last 10 years. Or I feel like I'm like fighting for scraps. And it's just like, why? Why do I have to do this? So when I interview with this new job, like when I tell you, like they just accepted the salary I asked for, I only had to do one round of interviews that only took 45 minutes. They didn't take drastically long to get back to me. Like I did an interview right before Thanksgiving. I still haven't heard back. What a recruiter's like, well, yeah, they're still interested in your resume, but they're still trying to do other interviews. And I'm just like, I'm not doing a second interview. Right. Or I've had jobs where they want you to go on 3 and 4 interviews only for them to be like, oh, we feel like you don't have enough experience.
And offer some labor. No.
Yeah. And I'm just like, so you didn't realize that at interview 1? Right. You keep passing me along only to get to the end and be like, oh, nah, we're going to go with somebody else. What was the reason? Why are we doing this? But this one, only one interview. They accepted my salary, request, nothing. And I just feel, and I got 2 positions higher than I currently do right now. Whereas my current job, we having to fight for just basic things. And it's just like, okay, I feel like in any job there's pay discrepancies, and also I'm Black, so I already know I'm starting out lower than other people. That just is what it is. It's the name of the game. It's nothing that you can do about it. I don't feel like that's going to change no matter where you go. You just have to deal with it. But I'm just like, okay, I know I have way more experience than some of these other people, or I'm better at my job than some other people. Why do I have to be battling with y'all to see that I'm worth it? So I'm out.
Yeah.
And I'm going somewhere else that is going to pay me exactly what I'm worth and not try to nickel and fucking dime me.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I'm very excited about it. I'm kind of like nervous. My imposter syndrome is trying to like creep in, and I'm like, bitch, back up. Damn, I got this. But I'm trying to not let that like get in my mindset and be like, wow, you don't deserve to be here, because I do. I've made a whole lot of fucking sacrifices to get to this point. And honestly, I feel like it's a little delayed.
I can say
but
that
I'm like,
I really commend you
here now.
for even
let's just focus on being here.
Moving in the corporate world the way that you do. Like, it is not easy to move in the corporate world. So like the fact that you're constantly kind of reassessing yourself in your career, girl, like corporate is not for everybody.
And I think everything has happened in perfect order. I think that saying like it took a while and about time, I forgot the exact words you just used, but like everything happens in perfect order. I was listening to a sermon this morning, Sarah J. Roberts, of course, and she was talking about,
that's your girl. You need to meet her.
I love
your good girlfriend.
Good girlfriend.
She was talking about how like the blind man, I forgot how it went, but basically like people were wondering like, how did the blind man get these blessings? Like, nigga, how could you see? Like, what you mean? And I was like, I didn't have to beg this person to believe in a miracle because they had faith. Like they needed a miracle and they had the faith. Your problem is you need the miracle and you don't have faith. And one thing that really stuck out was that she was like, you don't need degrees, you don't need certifications. All you need is to be armed with God's favor, like for his blessings. And I was like, that's so true, because I know a lot of stuff. Like for me personally, like I know a lot of stuff, and I don't give myself credit for the things I know and the things I know how to do all the time because I don't have letters after my name. But I feel like I outwork lots of people. And you may not have, CPA behind your name, but you've been doing it for more time than the people who do. And now you're finally in a position where somebody's acknowledging that, and they're like, this girl know her shit. Like, yeah, put her in a position, give her what she want, because we need her. And so time doesn't matter. You need to go through the journey. You need to get the time under your belt so that you can show these accolades mean nothing if people are not putting the work in. So bravo to you for putting in the pain and doing what you need to do to be where you are. And sometimes we need to also one day talk about how Black girls feel like they have to constantly go back to school to prove their worth. Like, one day we need to get into that.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
I
still
definitely
going
did.
back. I'm still staying in my program, but still.
Like, I did that. Sorry. I did that. Like, I went back, got my master's degree, because I was just like, okay, I could give myself a leg up. I don't feel like it really helped me do anything. It didn't help me learn anything additional from what I already did. I learned from like just being on the job at all of the various jobs that I've done. Like, my resume is damn near 2 full pages. It is lengthy. And I be trying to cut it up, and it just be like, nah, girl, it just is what it is. So I'm just like thankful that it actually, you know, worked out. And I just feel like, okay, this means that it's time right now. Previously, it wasn't time. Now it's time. So we about to run shit up.
And
that's all.
Like we said a couple episodes ago, 2024 is definitely a year of transformation. And in church, I'll send y'all the sermon, but on Sunday, it was like Elevate Sunday, which is like our youth Sunday. The elder that preached, he was just talking about how, like, you know, well, one of his points was about how you have watered so many other people's seeds that have grown and you haven't received your flowers from it. I'm paraphrasing, but this is the year that all of those seeds that you have watered for other people and yourself will grow and blossom and all that stuff. And that just resonated with me. I'm like, I feel like I've done so much
like a flower metaphor.
I know, that's why I meant to send it to you, but I forgot. I'm like, I just feel like I've done so much for other people's career or businesses and things like that. And it's like, sometimes I feel like, dang, I have nothing to show for it. But actually, I just added to my portfolio or my catalog. Even if you don't want to give me my credit, that's fine. You don't have to give me my 10s, because here we are. So, yeah. And I'm here for that.
So that kind of brings me a little bit into today's topic, like where I'm going to go with it. So audience, just follow me. Okay. Keep up with the ADHD. I'm telling y'all going to be proficient in girls with ADHD by the time this is over. So to the men listening out there, especially if you single, you're bound to run across a girl with ADHD. Just follow it. Just go, and it's eventually going to get back to where you want it to be. Okay. We're going to make you real proficient in that. But I wanted to talk about like this whole thing about being a girl's girl, right? And like, for those who don't know, a girl's girl is just simply a woman who wants to see other women win. And not other women win in a sense where it's like a competitive thing. Like, okay, if you're ahead of me, good job, girl. That's where you're supposed to be. Not like I want to be above you. I support you as long as you don't surpass me. In every single aspect, I want you to win. I want all women to win. And I feel like we're definitely girls. Like, also, it's not just kind of just being like, yeah, girl, like, you know, feeding into your friend's delusion or other women's delusions. Some of it is just like, you know, that's crazy, right? You're getting in your own way. It's being able to see shit, call it out for what it is, but not as a means of trying to like hurt someone, or is demean a word?
Yeah.
Like you're not trying to be demeaning. You're not trying to be like demeaning or belittling to them. But I'm just going to call it like I see it, because if I feel like, or I assess that you're doing something, or, you know, something is going on that's not of the best benefit for you, I'm going to bring it to your attention, and it's for you to do with that information what you will. But so I say that to kind of bring up the topic of this lady that we have all watched unravel in real time. We have watched said woman unravel in real time. Now, some of the shit has been comical as hell, but
but for clarification, not comical because of who she's talking about. Comical because, like, girl, are you damn serious?
Yeah, like, are the lights on? Are the screws tightened up? Because it's crazy. And there's no other word to this. This is pure insanity that we have witnessed over. This shit lasted 4 days.
Weeks at this point. Longer than that.
It's still going.
Yeah, I would say it's been over a week at this point.
Yeah.
It's just been unraveling. It's been like crazy to watch. But in this instance, and just like speaking about like careers in general, I feel like this Nicki and Meg's situation is very parallel to just being a Black woman in a corporate space. The people who have given me the most shit in corporate have been other Black women.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. Like my very first boss that I had, she was Black. Like our entire team was all women. We had a white woman who was our controller, the supervisor, she was Black, and then you had me, another accountant, we're both Black women, and then our other, the last person that we had who was our payables girl, like she did way more than payables. She was the best. She was Hispanic. So we have a whole team of women of color. But when I tell you, our supervisor would just say like little shit, like take little jabs, and she was, I feel like, our biggest fucking hater.
Like y'all younger.
Like, oh, we're younger, we're doing it, we were moving up, especially once we started like putting in for promotions and being able to move up in that space. I just felt like I would think that she would see us and be like, you know what? I need to help them, because she had been in her job for like 15, 20 years. She had been in her role for a long time. And it was like, she wasn't helpful at all in trying to help us move up. Even when it was time to do so, it was just like she would make little jabs. Or just like say little things that were just like, girl, this is not helpful. Why are you trying to keep us down? It was just like, you were trying to keep us in a position so we couldn't be better or at the same level that you are, because now we on the same playing field. Now what?
Yeah.
And I just feel like, damn, why is that a thing?
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's like an older woman thing, but I've run into a lot of older Black women, especially in corporate spaces, that are just not girls.
Well, in my experience, I had she wasn't even my direct boss. Like, I just worked with her. Like, she worked in a different like branch. And I started this job like as soon as, this was my first job after I had my daughter. But she was like one-ish or about to be one. And she kept getting sick or something was happening, and I chose my kid. And at this particular place, people don't be choosing their kids. And as a new mom, that didn't fly with me. I was just like, I could give a damn about y'all. Like, I will sue y'all before I let y'all tell me that I can't show up for my kid in the ways that I need to. And she has multiple children. She was like, if you ever want to get promoted, if you ever want to do this and that, then you need to find some type of like support in place, or you need to figure out like your support team. They need to pick up. Now, I believe that everybody trying to climb the corporate ladder, or whatever it is you want to call it, you do need support if you're a mom, because it is hard. And I previously would say, like, children do not slow down our progress, but we do have to make sacrifices that everybody else in the room will not have to make because they don't have children. But I thought it was very nasty that she said that, considering she also was a single mother. But what really like stung me was that one day I was talking about like getting my hair done in a particular style, and she was like, oh no, you can't come up in here like that. Like, you trying to get promoted, you could never like wear your hair like that. And I went and I got me a sensational wig in that very color. So then I left the job, and I kept going, like, sometimes when I felt like it, just for extra money. And I showed up and she got bright red hair on her head. And I was like, oh, not only are you not a girl's girl, you are a fucking hater. And you want to be me because you weren't able to show up as yourself or show up for your children because you had this fear, the motherfuckers still ain't fired me. I'm still on their payroll to this day. And I've shown up for my child every year that I've been a part of their payroll. So and then I have another example. My current job, but they don't have this person no longer works there. Same situation. She has one of my coworkers had a situation with her daughter, and the person that they had managing our like team, she was like, "You don't have a baby father. Where's the child's father?" And I'm just like, that is something to say. It's like, it's not sensitive. You don't know where he is or what happened. And also, as somebody who, I work in maternal health, it's like a no-brainer that these things happen, and you don't, that's not the proper way to respond, especially in a professional setting. So I think that older Black women, they have a hard time grasping that we are not showing up in the workplaces like they once did, and we're still getting what we deserve. Like, we can still be moms and balance. We can still be partners and balance. We don't have to give up so much just to get where we need to go. And they just don't get that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's just, and I don't know, I think sometimes when you're the only one, and when you're the only Black person in your space, sometimes it makes you feel like you're exceptional to everybody else. And it's like you're the only person who deserves to be there. And it's like, that's not necessarily true. So when another person comes along that looks just like you, it's like, what the fuck is they doing here? And it's just like, it shouldn't be anything, like, at least how I see it, it shouldn't be anything to make you feel less about yourself. You just have only been the only Black person in the room. So you feel like, I'm the superior Black person. So when another one comes in and it's like, okay, we got the same credentials, now what? Now it becomes a competition. And it's just like, it's sad when I feel like everything should be about representation. If you are the only person in the room, at least I feel like in my space, it is my job to, if anybody else comes in, girl, let me help you out. Let me get you up to speed, because we're already dealing with a short deck, you know? Like, we're already starting out lesser than everybody else.
I think Nicki just wants everybody to kiss her ass. And that's the problem. It's like, why can't you get acknowledgement by people coming to you, wanting to collaborate with you? And like I said before, you ain't that much of a bad bitch or the queen or the head honcho if you got to keep reminding people. Like, I'm not going to keep telling somebody who I am, because when I walk in the room, you know exactly who the fuck I am.
Well, I think for, like, Nicki herself, she has, over the, I don't even know how long her career has been at this point, she's gone on and, you know, discussed like how hard it was for her to be a female rapper, to get, I guess, like, acceptance from female rappers before her, that she felt like. It's just crazy for that to be your experience, and then for you to turn around and do the exact same thing that you have been condemning people for.
If not worse. Worse.
If not worse. And it's just like every single person. It's just like, okay, you only attack the people that you feel like have to be a threat or deserving to be there in your same space. Because otherwise, there's a whole host of girls that you should be coming at.
Exactly.
Because the rap girlies, the ones that are at the top now, there are several different tiers of rap girlies right now. There are just the straight TikTok ones, like, girl, you ain't never finna hear this song nowhere but on TikTok. The ones that are mainstream, the ones that are getting endorsements, the ones that are out and about and doing all of these things, that
the underground girlies.
The underground girlies. And really, if we want to be honest about it, in the case of people that are in the same lane as Meg, Lotto, Cardi, they have done things that Nicki Minaj has not been able to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Has not been able to do in her career. And at this point, and it's not even, I won't even say like the Grammy comparison, because there are plenty of artists who I feel like are deserving of Grammys, who should have had Grammys. So I'm not even saying that in that room. I'm talking about like brand deals, endorsements. Nicki Minaj ain't never had no endorsement with like Popeyes. Like, we're talking about big, large corporations.
Anime. anime,
posting anime,
into a whole
different thing, you know. But it's
like that's a different conversation. I feel like we should get into, because I don't think it's that Nicki couldn't have done that. I think it's just she's a bird. She is not business minded.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they're like the way that they've been able to transcend rap, she was not able to do so. Because now, if you're in like a position like Cardi, you don't have to rap anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't. Cardi put out one album. If she never puts out another one, she has all these other things and business lines going because she is a media darling. All of these different brands and companies really want to work for her personality wise because they like her. She's likable. Same thing with Megan. She's likable. Nicki Minaj has not been likable. She went through the early stage of her career, pissing so many people off.
Nobody's
and just feeling like, okay, I'm that bitch. You can't sum me. You can't talk to me no kind of way. You just have to. You should bow down and do exactly what I say. That has worked against her. That 15, 20 years in your career, you still have to rap. When the ultimate goal is, because there are plenty of artists, male and female, who have said like, this rap money is not really the real deal. The real money is when you transcend and you move in these other spaces. That she has not been able to move into these other spaces. And that's
whether you're a rapper or not. The music is just something to catapult you to the next level. Yeah.
I don't. If I want to get to a point where I'm like, look, if I want to be in my Rihanna bag, baby, I'm never finna sing a note again. You gonna take this makeup and shut the fuck up.
And even with that, it's like I don't like the and will continue, but I don't like the argument with Nicki, how she's just like, well, I'm a lyricist and I eat, sleep, breathe, rap, this, that, and the third. And it's like, guess what? That's fine, but you don't give that, because if you didn't care about the money and the brand deals and all the things, your music that you've been putting out for the past couple of years would be better. Like, I never thought I would get to a point in life where I would say, oh no, that's a chop. Nicki, that song was not it. Like, how you put out this long ass album and on the whole album, I only like 4 songs. And I never considered myself a barb per se, but I always appreciated Nicki's art. Now I'm just
Queen
like,
was good. It was good.
It's like, how did you get to the point where if it's all about the music, I don't put out music videos because I want people to hear my songs. I want them to hear the lyrics. I want them to hear my metaphors, da, da, da. Girl, but you're not giving that. So give me that. You know what I mean? And I think overall, just for the conversation of the oldies versus the newbies, right? I think I think that older women in general, especially older Black women, they don't know how to handle the girls, you know, like instead of giving us our 10s and being like, you know what, you inspired me to do X, Y, and Z. It always comes off as being bitter or hatred. Or prime example for me, in my department, I'm the only one. It's 5 women. I'm the only Black one. I'm the only young one. It's like literally middle-aged white women. And yes, you have some that kind of throw those underhanded compliments and stuff like that, because I don't even think it's that they see me as a threat. I just think it's that I'm smart. And you're not just going to tell me some bullshit and I'm just going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, whatever you say. No, I'm going to challenge you on what you say. So in the beginning, for me, in the whole corporate space, it was like a whole proving yourself matter. But I feel like I've gotten that my whole life from older Black women. So when a white woman does it to me, I'm not even upset, because I've been dealing with this my whole life. As far as education, I'll never forget, I went to a HBCU. I'm thinking, oh yeah, like these professors, they about to be my aunties. Hell no. All the Black, not all, majority of the Black women professors that I had gave me hell. Okay. And it wasn't like, oh, I'm giving you hell because I know you're better than this. It's like, no, I'm hating on you. And literally my freshman year, it got so bad. Just a quick story time. My grandmother, she was in social work, and was involved in the drug and alcohol program in the state of Maryland. She wrote all these different things, da, 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 da. So my class, freshman year, you had to write about one woman in social work, not woman, but one person in social work that inspires you. I wrote about my grandmother. She was a person that made me want to be a social worker. I'm listing all her accolades, giving her bio, da da da. You know that lady tried to film me talking about some of your lying. Your grandmother didn't do this. So then it turned into this whole thing. My grandmother rode up to the school. She was the dean of the social work program, almost got me kicked out the program because she was hating on me. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to change my major because I don't want to do this no way. The program was ass. I didn't like it. But that just is like another example as to how like older black women, they always want to question and like try to like G-check you on something. And it's like, what are we even talking about? And even for me now, it's like, I'm in a lot of rooms with white people, right? Mm-hmm. And it's always the question, I hate the question, what do you do? Right? Now, people ask that for so many different reasons. Obviously, my husband, he's an attorney, right? And when the white women ask me what I do, it's just for general conversation, right? It's always like, oh, what do you do? They're expecting me to say that I don't work. Okay. So when I tell them, oh yeah, I work in HR at another, whatever, and I have this business, blah, 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 I go the whole spiel. They're always like, oh wow, like how do you do all that, this, that, and the third? The black women, when I say like, oh yeah, I'm an HR professional. Oh, you work in HR? Oh, okay. It's like, because my husband's an attorney, you want me to be a doctor? Bitch, I'm not Claire Huxtable. Fuck is you talking about? Like,
why do I have to be so much to just like
literally? Literally. Yeah. And so it's always crazy, and not to do the whole race wars thing, but I feel like white women, I'm not white, but I feel like just how they interact with me, white women don't have the pressure of being somebody. They just have to be. Like, only with white women, nobody cares about what a white woman does. Mm-hmm. Okay, you have a business. Okay, cool. You have a career. Cool. If you don't, shoot, who cares? Are you married and do you have kids? That's all white women care about. Black women, the older black women, not all of them, but a lot of them, it's like you have to constantly prove yourself. It's not enough to just be. And it's very frustrating because I hate when people ask me, especially older black women, what do you do? Because I already know in my head you're comparing me to my husband. Why?
Yeah, or it's a negative connotation behind what do you do? And I think that social media now has made it, has shown it, at least like over the past year, like the whole black girl luxury thing. That was a whole bunch of other black women hating on other black women being successful. Like, bitch, if you could buy a Chanel bag, if you could buy 2, 3, 4 of them things, baby, you that girl. Mm-hmm. I'm never hating on you.
No.
If anything, that's motivation inspired for me to get my bag up. Like, because bitch, I want those too. Like, I just feel like I hate that so much. It's like, dog, I already got to show up in spaces and fight all of these other people. Why do I have to fight you too? And you look like me. Why are you my biggest adversary? And it's just like, that should not be. I've worked with Black women who have known that sexual misconduct was happening. And they were just like, okay, like I want to be in this whole white boys club, so I'm not going to say anything. And it's just like, come on, dog. Like, you realize you're not one of them at the end of the day, right? How you just doing this? Or like the times that I've got written up for my dress at work, a Black woman was the person that complained. I'm like, girl, I can't help it. I got hips and Sarah don't. We could put on the same dress and it's going to fit me a little bit different than it's going to fit her. But you and I both know I'm not inappropriately dressed. I know where I work, and I already know that just because you have more titties and ass than somebody else, you're already going to be deemed more sexualized. Right. So I have always been like, okay, I have to change the way I have to wear things that aren't going to be like too tight or showing things off. I wear heels all the time. So it's just like, oh, like I feel like I'm too good for something. It's just like, no, this is just my style. This is just how I dress. And it's like, why am I having to fight and you run into HR to complain about the way that I'm dressed? Yeah. Well, what does that have to do? Why do I have to water myself down?
That I water myself down.
Yeah, to make you feel better. Like I that shit really pisses me off. But for me, anytime that there's another Black woman in the same space as me, especially if she's younger than me. Yeah. I'm like, girl, come here and let me help you. Yeah. Because let me show you how to really navigate this shit so you can move up and move out quickly. Yeah. Because like I said, I've been in this space for 10 years. So I done seen all of it. I done dealt with pretty much all of it. It's difficult and it's hard. And I just don't understand why the elders can't just reach down and pull you up. It's always you have to reach up to them. And it's just like, I'm not kissing your ass. If that's what your expectation is, girl, that's not what's gonna happen. Because I'm trying to be respectful, but now I'm gonna have to carry you how I carry other people. And now I'm not gonna address you at all. You just don't exist to me. And I don't want to have to do that.
And I've been fortunate enough now, like I'm the youngest one at my company. While you were talking about it, I thought about it. I'm the youngest person at my company, and now I am preparing for promotion. Working at a startup, you have to prepare for promotions apparently because funding. But I'm preparing, and the person who is like, you're coming to my department next, and you're gonna do X, Y, and Z. She is also Black, and she has told me, like, I don't care what the last person told you. You tell me how much you want to make, and I will go advocate for you. You tell me what your title is, you want your title to be, and I will advocate for you. Because, like, unfortunately, I have not had the experience like you, Sierra, with like white women. A white woman has said to other women at my company, like, well, how much money do you think you're supposed to make? And I understand that a lot of people don't have my work bestie at their job. But if I could just take her everywhere I go, because to have to go to work every day, work hard, and to try to fight for your worth or to fight to be valued at your place of work, it make you not want to go. Like, now I know why people be like, fuck that job, and they leave the next day. Like, I totally get it. Because it's exhausting. And I would imagine, like, if I worked under Black women or a Black woman who didn't support me, like even my immediate manager, I know that there's like this unspoken rule: don't talk too much about your personal life with your manager. Don't tell them when you have an emergency. Don't tell your management when you're trying to buy a house, because then you might get fired. I tell my supervisor anything that's like shifting and that's gonna impact work or something like that. I tell her, and she like, all right, well, let me help you make room for that. And I'm just so grateful because that's rare. And I work with a bunch of Black women. Like, this could go so wrong. So when I move up, hopefully there are other Black women who are coming, along, and that I can, pull them up with me rather, because I don't know why older Black women are mean girls. I do not understand how that.
I never understand it.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Yes, I'm the only Black person in my department. So I'm not going to sit here and make it seem like the white women are so like, oh, let me mentor you, this, that, and the third. No, it's not like that. But the conversations are different. I think the white women are very much so passive aggressive. And me, I deal with passive aggressive very well, because if you are passive aggressive to me, I'm just going to be passive aggressive and sprinkle a little bit of aggression there. And then it gives you the mindset of like, okay, she's really not to be fucked with. So I feel like with white women, in my experience, once they know or see who you are, they're not going to keep fucking with you. But with older Black women, that's just going to make them want to fuck with you more. So I feel like for me, that's the difference, especially in like the corporate space, because with the women that I work with in the beginning, it definitely was not like easy. Well, there's two main women that I call them my little work aunties. Y'all met them because they came to my wedding and everything. So they've been great with like teaching me, mentoring me, all those things. But our like bosses per se, I didn't get that mentorship or help from them until I guess they realized that like, oh wow, like she's not my competition. So let me just, so it's one of those things where it's like when they feel threatened by you, they either one, fight back and be passive aggressive, or two, try to like get on the other side of it so you don't, burn them in the end. So for me, it's like, I still don't trust y'all, but
or three, they report say that you're mean.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like to that notion, I feel like when you're Black, you learn how to deal with white people.
Oh, for sure.
And that just is because it's already, when you come into a space, it's just like, you already know that they're going to think less of you just because you're black
Mm-hmm.
and they're not.
Oh, you go to a black school?
And it's just like,
wonderful.
And it's just like, it's one of those things that you expect that. At least for me, I expect that.
Affirmative action.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, I know when I come in and say, I'm like, baby, I'm your diversity hire, and that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I already come into the space. I understand that because I'm coming here to literally not just do the job you hired me for. I'm here to do a job. I'm here to get in, get what I need, and get the fuck up out of here. I'm never going to be here. I'm never going to be here for 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
So even in the course of the current job that I am right now, when I interview people, I kind of be doing a little, I guess, affirmative action myself. Because I'm just like, yeah, we need more people that look like us in this space because we do exist. We're going to stop hiring mediocre people to do said job when, why we hiring them?
People we play golf with.
Right.
Why we doing that? We don't have to do that. And I ain't no hating ass bitch. Like, yeah, girl, I see you coming here with your natural curly hair. Don't straighten your hair if you don't feel like it.
Mm-hmm.
Do not assimilate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If that's not who you are, don't do it. Because I have done that. I have changed my hair color, like stripped my freaking hair. Y'all know when I was red, and I'll never forget, I was an intern at a major accounting firm, and I walked in there like it was a sea of just like white people in blue, black, and beige. And I came in there with red hair and I had a yellow shirt on. I will never forget when that recruiter, well, the head of the intern, like for HR, pulled me in that office and basically told me, don't show up like this tomorrow. I felt so low and so small. And I was just like, I'm stuck here for the next 9 weeks. Like, I've been working my ass off to get this internship. And now I feel like I'm inferior to everybody in this room.
Like
and I literally remember sitting in there and I just didn't talk. I didn't talk. I just sat there and I was just like, okay. I went and I dyed my hair the next day. My hair was going, ooh, my poor hair. Thank God all that shit didn't just fall out. Because I had literally just dyed my hair 3 weeks prior.
Remember.
Actually, Ciara dyed my hair. Ciara dyed my hair for me so I could be ready. So my hair could be fresh for this internship that I've been slaving and working my ass off to get.
You were so excited about that.
I was so excited about that damn job. Only for me to get there and my experience to be like, you don't belong here.
Damn, you couldn't put it in a bun? Shit.
No, they didn't like the color. They were like, no, don't show up with that color. I had to go to everybody's Marshalls and find me regular shit to wear. I'm like, okay, blue, black, beige. Anything so nothing calls attention to me.
Yeah.
And I had to deal with that shit for the whole summer. So, like, I go back to my first job, like my first real job. When I walk in and I interview, I'm like, wow, everybody's women. And there are multiple Black women that work here. I'm like, okay, cool. I can still, of course, I can still be professional, but I didn't think that I would have to feel like, okay, when I come into this room, I'm going to have to deal with the passive aggressiveness, or I'm going to have to deal with the people who don't understand Black hair. Like, I didn't think that I would have to do that but then for that to turn around and be the exact experience.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. Okay. Well, now what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? And I had to just figure it out. And I'm just like, I told myself, I'm not going to be like that.
Right.
Any Black woman that I come across in a corporate space, you cross my path, my whole mission is to uplift you and help you get to the next level. Wherever it is that you want to be, if there's something that I can do, any kind of encouragement, words of advice to get you there, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And simply based off of, I remember that feeling of just feeling like I'm inferior to all of these people in this room.
And I'm made to feel like I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Like when I'm on LinkedIn, like I can even say like twice a week. I'm on LinkedIn all week. And I'll go find somebody. If I see somebody that like went to Morgan State, I go endorse their skills because I'm like, I don't know you, but I want you to win.
I want you to win regardless.
Exactly. I'd be like, Auntie, love you.
Yeah, it's just like, I want you to win, even if I don't want you to have the same struggles that I had. So if that means that I gotta bend over so you can stand up on my back to move up, then that's just what we're gonna have to do. But I just don't believe in a dog eat dog mentality. Like, I struggle, so you need to struggle.
Yeah,
no. But I feel like in corporate spaces, when I've dealt with older Black women, that has been the thing. It's just like, I gotta have the same struggle that they had, or even worse, because now I gotta deal with the struggle from them.
Yeah.
In order for them to have any kind of respect for me. And I just don't like it.
Right. Agreed.
So I don't know what needs to happen. Maybe like a blast Facebook post, a class. You know how like Apple be doing those classes for like senior citizens to learn how to use their Apple products? Maybe there needs to be like a class on Facebook, because you know that's where the older generation be. They be on Facebook. Maybe we need to have a class on like, this is how to be a girl's girl.
Girl, it's not even at the workplace. Like, it's everywhere, in everything they do. They feel like everybody's supposed to struggle. And I could write a book about that, because
maybe you should. Maybe you should write a book for them. Maybe you should write a book for them. But you know, you got to cosplay to have somebody else on the cover so they'll read it.
Yeah, because people gonna be feeling called out, and I'm gonna do a lot of calling out, because the girls are not girls. They are sour apple bitter bitches, and I'm not fucking with them. Where'd the Gucci?
Yeah. I feel
like the girls conversation, we might have to do a part 2, because there's a lot.
I feel like there's layers to it.
I do not agree with all women. Some of you bitches are dumb.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's why I'm like, in the beginning of the conversation, before we like said, okay, yeah, we're talking about in the corporate, or we're dealing with older Black women. And in my mind, I'm like, there's some girls who might not consider me a girl's girl, because I'm not here for stupidity.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why I said there's a difference between stupidity. Well, I didn't say that, but like, there's a way to be a girl's girl and also call you out on your shit. It's just the delivery in which I do it.
Yeah.
Because baby, that shit still don't make no sense. But I don't have to like belittle you in the process. I don't have to be nasty in the process of trying to help you grow. And that's really, I feel like, what it's all about across the board. Yes, the older Black generation, because really the only time that I have to interact with them is really in corporate spaces. Because outside of that, I mean, I'm not hanging out with no 55 plus year old women. Like, I'm just not doing that.
I would love to have older friends.
Not in their 50s.
Not in their 50s.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I recently met this lady, and she's like in her 50s, and I'm not gonna lie, she's a key.
Might be a good time.
She's a great time. She's a key. Like, I actually love being in her presence. It gives me the feeling of like, you're like that cool auntie, but you got sense. Because y'all know, my aunties ain't got no sense. They crazy. So she gives me a little bit of a balance of like, okay, this is an older woman who has kind of walked the path of life that I'm currently walking. So it's like, it gives me a different perspective outside of like my mom, or even like Teray's mom. Like, she's not my good girlfriend, but when I go to pick up Celine from daycare, I'll be over there just chatting it up to her. Like,
they've been here for a long time. It's so funny to me, like, when people talk to my mom, I'm like, damn, my mama ain't even calling me. But here she is having these whole conversations.
But it's like, I feel like I need that sometimes, because y'all know how I am. I like to pick people's brain and just get different like wisdoms and like outlooks from other people, especially women who have already kind of lived their lives. So it's just been interesting. So,
because it's also one thing to get advice, like, or talk, maybe not advice, but like also talk to y'all about stuff. But sometimes I want to get the perspective of somebody who's lived a little bit longer.
Right.
Like, I told y'all, I read this book, and it was almost like the person writing the book was telling me about her experience and experiencing something I experienced, but like if I had chosen a different path.
Right.
And I enjoyed that so much, because I'm like, damn, you have a wealth of knowledge, and you also confirming so many things that I thought, but I didn't know how to put them in words, because that was not my walk or whatever. And sometimes things come off judgmental, but I And that lady is like well in her 50s. And like I have my neighbor is in her 40s. She's a white woman, so her experience of a lot of things is a little different. But I wouldn't mind, like, you know, shooting the shit, going to the club with somebody who's a little older. It just
not going to the club.
I think it yields y'all know I love an old man bar. So like, yeah, that's my shit. It yields a different experience. They might be having Kahlua and milk or something like that.
My God. If I catch somebody at a bar ordering a White Russian, because why are you willingly drinking milk at night? Like, what?
Yeah.
You're a sick bitch. You are about to go to bed. You are a sick bitch. I'm calling the police.
Girl.
Calling the police on you.
I'll drink an espresso martini or something. But like, I just feel like even experiences, they be like, oh yeah, let's go to the Circle of Sisters cruise or something like that. I don't know. Like, I would like to experience.
Not the Tom Joyner cruise. Not the Tom Joyner cruise. We're not going on a Tom Joyner cruise.
We're gonna have
because sometimes Tom Joyner,
freaking what's his name, cousin Tommy and Steve Harvey in there. I'm
not nephew Tommy. No, we won't go nephew Tommy.
Yes, I would go to that.
No. That's a little bit too far. I'm more of a like, let's go to brunch, let's go to happy hour, you know, let's go to the spa.
They on the phone with their friends, like, yeah, child, with my youngin.
Yep.
On speakerphone at that.
They got 401ks that is hefty. Okay. Well, I'm talking about the ninjas. They got hefty ones. But y'all won't experience that. Y'all married.
Hey. I don't want to because it's ghetto in them streets. But anyhow, I feel like maybe we do need a part 2 and we can talk about this another day from a different angle. Maybe from us, our perspective of being the older statesmen, and then we have the people that are behind us outside of corporate spaces and how we finna handle them.
Yeah.
I have my girl story ready. I can't wait.
But I feel like this is a great conversation. Everybody's wearing pink. You know, it's my favorite color.
I love that. AKA Michelle's holiday.
I'm like, I'm shocked Michelle's wearing pink because, you know, she don't wear pink like that.
She's not one pink shirt.
I know. She wears pink shoes. Yes, she don't have like a lot of pink shirts. So the fact that she has on pink today, I'm like, oh, that's so nice. You wear pink. Maybe you're growing up. We love it.
I don't really like that. I'm sorry.
I know.
Like, how do you not like pink? That is so strange. But
orange is my favorite color, and so everything is orange.
I mean, that's still nice, but it's like, how do you not like
I would never
pink?
think that orange is your favorite color.
I like pink as like a pop color. Like, I could color block something pink, but like a whole pink fit. I did have a pink jumpsuit after I had Mia, and then I cut the top because it was corduroy, and that was, what is it called? Bolero? The short jacket.
Oh. What? Bolero?
I made a short jacket. It's cute.
Oh, okay. But anyway, this drink
is gone.
It's great. It's great. So I'll make sure I put this on the Instagram page, on the social medias. So make sure y'all follow us there. I feel like this is yet another great conversation. And let's see what the hell we're going to get into on the next episode. It'll be lucky number 7.
Ooh, number 7.
We got to do something special for 7.
Yes. Oh, and happy Valentine's Day to the peeps.
Yes, happy Valentine's Day to the lovers and the hoes that love themselves.
Happy Valentine's Day
Valentine's.
Oh,
yeah. And how y'all wait? I have a Valentine's Day related girl story real quick.
Not in another thing.
Listen,
is this in another thing moment?
In another thing.
I have to, because when I was in the 3rd grade,
not the 3rd grade.
I don't know if it was William. I think his name was William. William bought me a beer, chocolate. It might have been Wilton. Their names. And if you're hearing this, I don't want to fight. Okay, the gifts were nice, whichever one of y'all it was. But you know, typically you bring your bag. It has candy. It say from Michelle to that person, little lollipop symbol. He bought me a giant beer, chocolate roses. We talked 3rd grade.
Oh, he was tricking.
he was tricking. He bought me a bag of something. I had a giant card. So my teacher, I forgot her name, old Baptist woman. I went to a Catholic school. She was like, y'all are in the 3rd grade. Y'all don't need all of that stuff. How dare you have all of that stuff? Like, just being nasty. And she took my chocolate roses.
Hater.
She said, y'all don't know nothing about love. This is supposed to be just, a kiddie fun thing. Literally went on and on and on. And I was so annoyed because we celebrate Valentine's Day. My mother has bought me a gift every year. My stepfather bought us gifts every year. So I'm used to, grand gestures. And it carried on to when I was in a relationship. Valentine's Day is a holiday. Okay?
It is.
So for you to come to me on Valentine's Day in my 3rd grade year trying to shut that down, you are a nasty bitter bitch. And it was because, I don't want to say it's because she was single. There was something in her heart. Something happened. Somebody didn't buy her flowers one year, and she was blaming it on me, and I didn't like that. So
you never know. She might have woke up that morning. She might have woke up that morning and found out that her Baptist deacon husband was cheating on her with the usher. That might have been the problem.
He must have told her that Valentine's Day every day, and y'all need to stop letting the men tell y'all.
No, come on.
That's for another
day. I wish a nigga would. I wish a nigga would tell me Valentine's Day is every day.
Like, you don't have to do a grand gesture on Valentine's Day, but you will acknowledge this day. Like, please.
Yes, a card and flowers is very simple. Showing your token of love, your appreciation,
spending some one-on-one time. Like, be for real.
I'm taking off this year. Aren't y'all proud?
On Valentine's Day?
I will not be at work on Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Yes.
What you gonna do? What you gonna be doing?
I'm gonna go get a massage. I'm taking myself out to lunch. I'm still trying to decide if I'm gonna go to a steakhouse for lunch or go to Cafe Gelato, which is an Italian place, because I'm taking Mia out for dinner. We do Valentine's Day, but I'm not doing a full Valentine's Day this year. We're just gonna go out to dinner. And I haven't really decided if I'm gonna get my nails and feet done before, or I'm just gonna wear this, because I'm pretty sure everything's gonna be packed. So I'm trying to move smart, or I might just lay in the bed after I get my massage and take a really long nap and then go get food.
Now, is this a sponsored spa trip?
It is. But it was a gift. It was a gift that I
did. Hey, that's all that other shit that was cute and all. Yeah. But that's all I needed to know was who was funding said event.
Yes.
Because I was going to say, is this a sponsored?
That's cute. However you spend it, as long as you was not pulling out your credit card to pay for said things, then it's a happy motherfucking Valentine's Day. Okay.
It is.
All right.
Ding.
And on that note,
y'all gonna get me in trouble again.
Again.
On my clips.
You're a single woman. I didn't know you had to answer to somebody.
That's what I'm trying to tell the people. Them they don't understand.
Well, look here. Let me tell the people.
Okay, Drake.
Let me tell them. Listen here, until there is a ring on Michelle Johnson's said finger, shut the hell up. And don't be worrying about what we saying, okay? That's for stuff your cookies up for they crumble, okay?
I wouldn't take it that far.
I am. Like, why you mad? That's not true.
Yes. Each hibachi. But I will say, in general, across the board, and this could be the closing statement, don't come to me about anything that I, she, or she has said on our podcast. This is our podcast. We say what we want. If you have any questions, take it up with your mammy and your God.
Or make your own podcast, bitch.
Yeah.
Guys.
Listen, if you want a pod war, I'll give it to you.
That would be so fun. We could be like Nicki, but without mentioning people's parents. Let's do that.
No. I'm trying to, don't even start. Because I'm trying to get that shit out of my head. So don't start.
Yeah, I'm not.
All right, goodbye.